Alright, Facebook friends, it's another Mattaifed Monday, and today I'm going to butcher a chicken. So there's a couple things that I did before before I started to set up and get myself ready, prepped up for the butchery of the chicken. So these are a couple things that I did. So for me, I am kind of really paranoid about chicken blood everywhere and things like that. So what I did was I took a little bit of damp cloth and I put it on my work surface, and then I covered my work surface with saran wrap, so that way I wouldn't get any chicken goo anywhere. A couple different knives that I need. I need my flexible boning knife, so this is a flexible boning knife. I got my chef knife. I got an 8-inch chef knife and I got a 10-inch chef knife. I also have some gloves, and then this is the bird that we're gonna cut up. So yeah, let's get right into it. Let me set you up over here. Alright, first off, what I'm gonna do is I always like to work with gloves when I work with chicken. It's a preference for me. I just don't like chicken goo all on my hands. So I just picked up these gloves from Kroger's, and they're just nitrile disposable gloves. So yeah, that's that. And first off, I tried mounting my phone above so y'all can see, but I couldn't really get it to mount. So first off, I'm going to start off with my boning knife. What's up, Cecil? No glove, no love, huh? Yeah, that's how I feel. So these are like $6 for like 50 of them up at the Kroger's. Alright, wait. Get some of this Red Bull first. Been off the Red Bull for 20 days, but now I'm back on it and I'm feeling pretty good. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I got my bird. So this is him. That's that. So I got this at, I just picked this up at Meijer's, and it was just a whole bird. It was like $9 for this, and you get the whole bird, and then like usually on the inside there's like some giblets and a package of fun in there. I just took that and disposed of it. You could take that and make like a stew or a stock out of it, but I just disposed of it. So you don't want to forget about that package, because if you roast it in the oven, you can have some issues. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I have this bird, and this is him. So that's the bird, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut. First off, I'm going to do a couple trimmings to the wing right here, and then to the bone, or to the leg over here. I'm going to show you that in a minute. But first off, I'm just going to cut right down here, right down the keel bone, and I'm going to try to get this breast off. And then I'm going to follow the bone down, and I'll show you all that in a minute. I'm going to follow the bone down, and I'm just going to try to take this whole half off. And then I'll debone it. So let's get right into it. Alright. So I'm going to take my knife. So this guy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my chef knife, my heavy duty chef knife, and I'm just going to, right here at the joint, I'm just going to take it, I'm just going to pop that guy off. That's that. Put that in my scrap bowl. Okay, so then I'm going to take the wing, so that's the one part of the wing, right here. So now I'm going to take this, so it would be your flapper, if you will, and I'm going to take it, and I'm going to follow the joint, so right where the joint's at too, I'm going to take it, I'm going to take my knife, and I'm going to take it, I'm going to just down, just like that. So now I have this. So this is your flapper, so you go out to like get wingdings and stuff, so this is your flat, and then over here you would have your drummy. So that's that. So what I'm going to do is, there's a technique called Frenching. So I have this guy right here. So he's got the bone, right here, and I already cut this off. I'm going to take my boning knife and I'm going to try to go around it, and I'm going to go around it. I'm going to cut all this off, and I'm just going to ride my knife just around it. So just like that. So it's kind of like I'm rolling up his sleeve. This little guy, we'll call him Chuck the bird. So I'm just going to roll up his sleeve right here. And that's that. And that's going to give me that nice, that Frenched. I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to cut this off. And it's just going to be a nice Frenched bone. So that's that. Okay. So I'm going to leave this bone in. And I'm going to show you all in a minute. I'm going to leave it in. We're going to get like what they would call the airline chicken. So what's up, Fawn? Alright, so now I'm going to do another thing over here to this leg, because it's going to make it a little bit easier here when I take the bone out of this guy. So I'm going to take the leg with my chef knife or my boning knife, but I'm going to use my chef knife, and I'm just going to cut around here, just all around here, just like that. Okay, flip it around. Okay, again, just like that. And what this is going to do, it is going to cut these little tendons and stuff, and it's going to make it a little bit easier. See, you got this little stuff right here. It's going to make it a little bit easier for me to debone here in a little bit. Alright, so now I have that done right there. So I have this Frenched right here. So I'm going to take my boning knife and I'm going to run it right down the middle, down the keel bone. Okay? And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to keep the skin on, because later on I'm going to cook this. And what I could do if I was going to roast this, I could just truss the chicken up, tie it up, and it would be nice and tied up. And then I could take some butter, some herb butter, and stick it like right in the skin. Just right up in there and roast it, and you'll get some nice flavor. So, alright. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to cut right down the keel bone. Okay? So you can feel it, so I cut a little bit of it. So now I can feel it with my knife. So I'm going to trust my knife, and I'm going to feel it, and I can go down in here. Okay, so here I am, cutting it down. So I can feel the bone, and I'm just going to follow it around. I'm just going to follow it around with my boning knife. Okay, so there's that. So see, I'm starting to follow around the bone. And the beautiful thing about working with your own chicken or getting your own whole chicken is that, like, you could take the carcass and you can make a stock out of it. And this cost me $9, and I get the breast. You know, I get 2 breasts, I get the wing, I get the leg, I get the thigh. You know, so that's pretty good. I mean, you just gotta be able to butcher it. So, alright, so that's that. It's coming along nicely. So I'm just gonna keep on following it around and keeping my knife against the carcass, against this right here. Okay, so now it's open. So now I got the breast is almost off. But I want to keep the breast, if there's a couple different ways if I wanted to prepare this. So I'm going to keep the breast, connect it, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this whole breast, thigh, and leg together. So if I wanted to pan-sear a half chicken, I can pan-sear a half chicken. So that's what I'm going to do, but then I'm going to break it down after that. So now look, I got my breast completely taken off of the carcass right here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my boning knife and I'm going to come, this is the bottom, so I'm going to come along right here and I'm going to cut this skin off. Okay, but I still want that in there, so I'm going to cut it off. Alright, so that was up there. I'm going to cut the skin off, so then I'm going to come around. Okay, so the breast is still connected. I cut the skin off. The leg and the thigh is still connected. Okay, so that's that. I don't want to get chicken goo all over my phone, and or else I'd show you. Maybe I can. I got a paper towel right here. All right, so 1 second, y'all. Alright. So, I don't want to get chicken goo on my phone, so. Alright. Alright, go. Alright, so that. So this is what it looks like. So this is connected. This is all separated right here. Okay, this is where I'm coming down. I'm going to come down right here with my knife. I'm going to come down right here. And I'm going to take off the thigh. But this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like when it's almost halfway there. What's up, Nazim? How you doing? Nicole, Margarita, welcome to the show. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my knife, my boning knife, and I'm just going to keep on running it around. And what I could do is I can cut this a little bit, and then I can take the thigh, okay, and I don't know if y'all can hear it, but so I can take the thigh and I just snap the bone out. So I snap the bone from its socket right there. So that's good. So I can just do that. That's that. So now I'm going to take my knife and continue to roll around the whole carcass of the bird. So now what I'm going to do is there's a section right here. This is the top of the bird where the head's at. Little Charlie's head was at. Alright, so now you see, like, breast is done, the thigh is almost off. So there's a bone right here. There's a bone right here that's connected to the wing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my chef knife, because it's a little bit heavier, and I'm going to just I'm going to cut that right there where that bone, where those two bones connect. And then just like this. Alright, now I have this. This is the breast. This is the breast. And the thigh connected. Okay, it's still connected by skin. Like, if I wanted to, I could pan-sear that. So I'm gonna set good old Charlie over here back in this bowl. Alright, so now I have this. What's up, Kristen? So I have this, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep. Let me move this back a little bit. All right. So I'm gonna keep the skin, because when I pan-sear this, like, I want that skin. That skin is gonna give me some flavor. But I'm gonna show you all how to debone this thigh and leg. So I'm gonna take my knife and I'm gonna cut the skin just like that. So that's that. Now, here I got my leg and my thigh. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to set this off to the side here. So this right here is my chicken breast. Okay, so right here, you have your chicken. You know how you all go to the restaurant and get chicken tenders? Well, this is where your chicken tender comes from. Okay, this on the other side of the breast. On the other side of the breast, there's this little tender right here, and that's the chicken tender. So I'm going to take that off. Take that, spread that, cut it up, make fajitas out of it. So that's that. So now I have this chicken breast right here. So I'm going to clean this up just a little bit. Okay, just a little bit. And I'm going to keep the skin on. And later on, when I fry this up, I'm going to get a nice crispy skin on this. Okay, so now sometimes when you go out to eat, you look at the menu and you see an airline chicken breast. There you go somewhere else. What's up, Rachel? It's a Mattafied Monday. Alright, so here we go. So this is my airline chicken breast right here. So this is this. This is this. Okay. So that's that. Let me see if I can show you all this from a different view without getting my phone all contaminated with some chicken goo. Alright. So there you go. That's the airline chicken breast with the French chicken wing on there. The skin's on. That's that. Okay. Alright, so that's that. That's that one piece of chicken. I'm good with that. Boom. Alright, so now we got this guy right here. So this is my chicken thigh right here and my chicken leg. So if you flip it around, that's the outside, that's the inside. Okay? So if you flip it around, I'm going to take the skin right here, I'm going to cut down it. You can see after I cut down, there will be like a line, and I'm just going to follow my knife right down there, and it's just naturally where the two muscles meet, and it's just going to be easier for me to cut right down it. So I'm going to take the skin off. Okay, so now I have, there's this line right here, and I'm going to follow it down with my knife. I'm going to cut it right down here, and then I'm going to follow it down right here. And what that's where the bone's at. So I'm just going to take my knife and cut right down here, and then I'm going to pull out the bone. So here we go. Thin. Okay. One cut right there. So I'm going to cut around the other side. Now I can feel the bone with the tip of my knife. I can feel the bone with the tip of my knife. So here we go. Bone's coming out. So now I went around the bone, and now I'm going to go under. I'm going to go under the bone, just like this. Okay. So I went under the bone. So now this part, this thigh bone, it's almost out. Okay. So now I have the leg bone. So what I'm going to do with the leg bone, just right here, I'm going to follow it down, just like I did with the thigh bone. So there we go. Right down there, right down the thigh, or right down the leg. And so when I cut the tendons off, makes it a lot easier. So you can see this, I'm cutting this, I cut that off, it makes it a lot easier. Alright? So now the same thing. I'm going to go under the bone. Okay. So now I have my bone, So this is my leg right here. So you got the leg right here, and you got the thigh right here. So this is the other side. Leg, thigh. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my knife. I'm kind of going to scrape the bone. Okay? And I'm going to scrape the bone and pull off all that meat. Okay? So I'm going to grab it like this. So I have it like this. And it's just going to be a little bit easier for me to maneuver my knife around. Okay? Just like this. Okay, so then I can flip it around on this side. Again, following the bone around. Okay, just like this. So now I'm almost there. But I'm just going to continue to follow it around. You can feel it. You can feel it with your knife. Okay, so I'm almost there. Okay, so there. It's almost out. Okay, so there. There's my bone. So this right here is your chicken and thigh bone, or chicken leg and thigh. So this is your leg, and this is your thigh bone. So now with this, I can make a stock out of it if I want to. So now I have my chicken thigh and chicken leg meat right here, ready to go with the skin still on. I can trim it up a little bit. Okay, so I can trim it up just a little bit. I want to keep that skin on later on when I pan sear it in an hour or two. I'll keep that on, and it'll give me a nice crispy skin. Okay, so I can clean up some of this nonsense that's in there that I don't really want. Get some of this cartilage stuff out. But yeah, that's that. That's the one half of the chicken. Okay, so that's that. The other one side that I'm going to do, I'm going to take the skin off, and I'll show you all here in a minute. what that looks like. Alright, so on this one, let's bring Charlie back over here. Alright, so same thing. So this is the one half, okay? And then this is the other half. Hey, what's up? How y'all doing? Alright, so let me clean up some of this chicken goo. So I have a sandy bucket down below here with bleach, like I did before, with a little bit of bleach and, what's up, Marty? With a little bit of bleach and a little bit of water in a sandy bucket that I picked up. What's up, bro? How you doing? Alright, so now I got Charlie over here again. So what I'm gonna do here is the same thing, but this time I'm gonna take off the skin. Okay, I'm gonna take this skin off, and what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna take the skin off of the leg, but I'm gonna show you how to cut the leg so you can get a nice drumstick. So if you want to barbecue your leg, you get that drumstick, you can go ahead and do that. Alright, so I have the wing, once again, the wing, okay. I'm going to take my chef knife, right here, my trusty chef knife, and I'm going to cut. So this is your wing right here, okay. So this is your drum. You got your drummy right here, you got your flapper right here, and then you got the little nub right here, okay. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to cut right here, where this joint's at, okay. What's up, Jeff? So I'm gonna cut right where that joint's at, okay? So here we go, just like that. Put the heel of my knife right there, and then boom, there it is. It's been modified. So I cut that off. So now that's out, okay? Now I have this guy right here. I'm gonna cut again. I'm gonna cut. This is the ding, this is the wing. This is the ding. Alright, so the drummy is right here, and the flapper is right here. So again, what I'm going to do is, okay, so I'm going to take it right where the joint's at, right where this joint's at, I'm going to find it with my knife. And I'm just going to take it, and I'm just going to cut it. There you go. So now that's my little flapper. There you go. Okay. So now, what I'm going to do is, same thing that I did on the other side. It's going to be might be a little bit more difficult for me because I'm doing it the opposite way. But just to show y'all. So same thing. So I didn't cut this part because I want to keep this whole, because I'm going to show you here in a minute where to cut this off so you can get this nice drummy leg. Alright? So again, I'm going to follow, what's up, Kara? So I'm going to follow it right here. So this is the middle, the keel bone. I'm going to follow it around just like that. Okay. Take my knife. Just cut it. And I can feel the bone. Okay. So I'm just going to run around. I can feel it with my knife. Okay. So, again, cutting down. It's a lot easier if I turn this beard around, facing me, but I'm showing you all how to do it. So, I'm just going to continue to run my knife down until its breast comes off. Okay? So again, just like that. Alright, so now, again, I have the breast kind of just off now. So I'm going to take the skin right here. This is the leg, the thigh, okay? So I'm going to cut the skin, just like that. I'm going to cut down. Okay, so now this is almost off. Okay, so this is the carcass. This is where this is at. Okay, so this is the other half. Okay, so now I took this part off, and I took this part off. Okay, so that's That's the breast, and this is the leg and the thigh. What's up, Chris? Alright, so now, what I'm going to do is, I got to do it this way, so I'm going to pop it. I'm going to pop this, take the thigh, and just pop that bone out, just like that. I don't know if you see it. That bone was in there, but now I just, boom, there it is, popped it out. Boom, got that out of there. Alright, so now I'm going to take my knife, come around just like what I'm doing. Just going to come around. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to just continue. That's that. Now remember what I said earlier with, earlier on the other side, it was a little bit easier to show y'all. Alright, but right here, this is where the little wing's at. It connects right here. Okay? I'm going to take my chef knife and I can feel it. I can feel right where that joint is. Okay? So then that's that. So now, boom, there we go. I got that carcass. So now I can take this and I can put this in a water with some, or put this in a pot with some water. And then, what's up? And then I can take this, put it in some water, and then make a stock out of it. So that's another good thing about buying your whole bird. Okay, so that's that. So now again. So here we go. I have the breast right here, the wing right here, the thigh, and then I have the leg right here. Alright, so I'm going to cut the skin, just like that. Set this guy over here. Alright, so now I have my leg and my thigh. So I'm going to keep the skin on right here. Alright, let me get some of this chicken goo off my hands real quick so I can show you where I'm going to cut. Give me 1 second. Let me get up in the sanitizer water down here. I'm going to get that chicken goo all over my phone. Alright, so here we go. Alright, here we go. Chef Matta, Tony Making Food Matta. Alright, so here we go. So I have the leg and the thigh. Okay, so that's that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it right here. You can see it. This is where the joint's at. So this is the thigh bone, what I just deboned on the other half. So that's where I cut down. I found that part right there. I just ran my knife right down there. And then what's the end game with the bird? Well, I'm going to pan fry it, my friend, here in a little bit. Probably about an hour or two after I get it marinated. So right here is I'm going to cut it. This is how I deboned it. So I cut it right here. What's up, Brandon? So I cut it right here on this side, and I cut it right here on this side, and then the bone kind of just came out. Okay, and then I cut it on the other side. There's a little line right here where the muscles meet, and I cut it right here, and then that's how I deboned the leg. Okay, so now what I'm going to do to separate these, there's this right here, this line. So I'm going to take my chef knife, and I'm just going to kind of take it, and I'm just going to go right down here and just put some firm pressure on it, and my knife's sharp enough so it's going to cut. So then that will give me my leg. So I'll do that here in 1 second. All right. So, all right. So this is that. So then now what I just said right here, I'm going to take my knife. I'm just put it right here. There we go. I can feel it. I can feel it. And then just like that, take my knife. Oh yeah. Boom. There we go. So I got that. So I can trim this up. You don't have to leave the skin on. You can take the skin off. It all depends on what you want. But here you go. Here's that beautiful thing right there. Okay, so that's that. So then I got my thigh. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna skin this guy right here real quick. I can just pull the skin off. Some people don't like chicken thighs, but I mean, I've been growing to love them. You know, it's not too bad. So that's my thigh. That's my bone. That's my no. This is my leg. It's my thigh. I got my breast with my tenderloin. Remember, I'm gonna take my tenderloin off right there. Okay. My tenderloin. That's that. And I'll skin this guy too, just so we can get a better view of it. So then the same thing. If I want to take this, take the yeah, Brandon, me my raw chicken. Why don't you come work with me, Brandon? I need a guy. I'm hiring somebody. All right, so here's my breast. So then right here, just like I did with this guy, with my leg, what I did, I found the joint, and I just took my chef knife and I just cut it right down the joint. So same thing. I'm gonna do it. Same with that. Just boom. There we go. So that's that. So now all this extra skin, I'm just gonna take off. So that way I can show you all the final product. And I mean, if you have some sharp knives and you have a little bit of time, I would just go ahead and buy the whole chicken. It would be, I think it's a little bit better. But I mean, if you're in a hurry, you don't have knife set, you don't have time to butcher stuff, like, you know, just go ahead and buy the stuff that's already pre-butchered. But you're gonna be paying, you know, a little bit more. I mean, sometimes if you don't have the time, you don't have the time. Okay. So with my chicken breast, just gonna clean it up a little bit. So I'm gonna be cooking this up here in a minute. I got some other things I gotta take care of, and then I'll be back in a little while. Let me show you this. Show you how this all lays out. Okay. All right. That's that. I'm gonna show you a view here, and it'll just give you an idea of where everything then, like all the stuff that I can get out of one chicken. So one chicken, I can get all this stuff out of, and then you know, this could be dinner for a couple days if I freeze it or if I store it right. What I could do, you know, possibilities are endless. Okay. So I'm just getting this all ready. I'm gonna show this on my board here in a minute. Just give me one moment. What's that? And this is just all the stuff that you can get out of one chicken that I got for $9. You know, $9 at Myers. I mean, this is what I got. So, all right. So let me show you all here. Give me 1 second. Clean up my area. Okay. Take this one glove off. All right. Here we go. You ready? You ready for what I just did? Good. Poor Charlie the chicken. Man, he got butchered. All right. So here we go. All right. So this is the end result. Okay. See all that? So look at this. So now I have. This is the one side, the second side that I cut, that I butchered. Okay. So this is my leg. This is my thigh with the bone in. This is my jummy right here that I cut off the breast. This is my boneless breast. This is my chicken tender. Okay, so that's what I got. This is my flapper right here. This is the little end of the wing, little nub. Okay, so that's that. So on the other side, it's kind of basically the same thing. Okay, over here. So this is my leg and my thigh with the skin on. Leg, thigh with the skin on. but I deboned it. Okay, so flip this around. So this is how I deboned it, and this is where the knuckle of the leg and the thigh was. So this right here, this bone was sitting right in there, and I took it out. There it goes. So that's that. I probably could have been a little bit closer on that, so it wouldn't be that big of a hole right there. But you know, it is what it is. All right, so that's the leg and the thigh with the skin on, boned out. Okay, so that's that. So now I have my chicken. So this is my Chris. Will you fillet a fish sometime live? Yeah, I actually was gonna get a little trout to do today, but I really want to eat some chicken tonight. I might do some salmon. I'm not too sure. I don't want to get a whole 12-pound salmon and butcher it here at my house, and I'll have 14 pieces of salmon. I don't know what I'll do with, but all right. So now I have froze up on me. Yeah, for sure, Chris. I'll let you know. All right. So now that's that. This is my chicken breast with the French wing. Okay, and then this is my chicken tender. Okay, so this would be your airline chicken. You go somewhere and they say airline chicken. You're like, what's this airline chicken? I don't know what this airline chicken is. You're like, is it flying? Did it fly in from an airline? I don't really know. But no, all it simply means is that you get the breast and you get the wing. The wing is Frenched and it'll be cooked like that, and that will be your airline chicken. So that's pretty much it. I got my carcass right here. That's that. That's the other bone that I boned out. So pretty much this is it. This is everything you can get out of one chicken, that I bought from the store for $9. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces of chicken, or 9 pieces of chicken if you're going to keep this whole. But that's that. This is all the chicken that you can get. So I mean, I don't know, that was kind of fun. I'm glad that I could show you a little bit of butchery, some modified butchery, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I did that for you all. Probably here in a little bit, I'm probably going to be making, I'm actually going to be cooking this chicken. I'm going to pan sear it and then do some sauteed asparagus, and then I'll probably do a potato puree and maybe do some simple chicken gravy, just something super simple that y'all can just do at your house. I don't want to get too fancy, it's just something that I do. I love to cook, and if I can share any of my knowledge with any of y'all, I really don't mind it. So that's that. Thank you for tuning in on a Mattafied Monday. I'll probably be back within an hour. I just got to get my meat supply set up to actually cook the bird that I just butchered. So y'all, see y'all in about an hour. All right?